We got mailbag this week, Aaron.
All right, mailbag
so
me.
We got a. We'll start with this card.
Okay.
So I'll let you open that.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Ace Spirits. Okay. It's a good start. It's a card from Ace Spirits, acespirits.com. It says to John and Aaron, enjoy these as a token of my appreciation. All the best from Graham in Australia. Well, we know Graham Webke.
So and there is a
Graham is very generous.
Yes.
Very
now
generous.
I did open these slightly to make them easier to open on air, but I'm going to pass them to you sight unseen.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Oh, there's more than one. Oh my, Graham! Goodness gracious! So Graham has sent us a bottle of. This is 10-year-old single barrel Kentucky straight bottled in bond bourbon whiskey. I'm not, being that I work in Kentucky and I love bourbon, I've never heard of this brand.
Me neither.
Because it's probably too high dollar for a schlep such as myself. It's got a little 100 proof. It looks like $100 bill over the top.
It's very nice looking, and you know when it comes with one of these little booklets attached to it, it's good stuff.
That is top. That's literally top shelf.
Yeah.
I will indulge. In fact, I have a free evening tonight, so that may be on the cards.
Yeah. So for our Patreon supporters, stay tuned after the show. We're doing a post show instead of a pre-show.
A tasting
where we will imbibe a little bit of.
We were talking about this before the show started. We usually do a pre-show. They've been getting kind of long because I've been real, chatty this month. Or irritated. We've both got a lot of stuff going on. Plus, you just get us together. It's just blah blah blah. But it makes more sense to do a post show.
Yeah.
And I don't. Maybe you thought about it, but it had never occurred to me because usually people are waiting for the show to start. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they enjoy I guess they like watching it, but it still makes more sense to do it after the show.
Yeah, that way if you just want to get in for the show, you can get out. But if you want to stick around
and all that, and
listen
then
to
you're like,
us.
man, would you just get to the game? And we're like, well, Bo, what'd you do about your lawn this week? And you're like, well, I got me a new mower. Not that good.
Yeah, that's actual post-show talk right there. All right, here is the next
He got us 2 bottle, big bottle. That's another, God. All right.
Talk about bum cakes.
Talk about that.
My girl's got them.
Now this has got the melted wax. Mm-hmm. Now this, oh wow, this is a 2009 Evan Williams. Them I've heard of. More bourbon whiskey, single barrel. Have you ever had any Evan Williams?
I haven't.
I've never had this particular type.
This might be one of the oldest bottles of bourbon I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is actually a bottle. The year is labeled on the back.
Mm-hmm. Hand labeled.
Yeah. Now that this distillery, I've actually went past a few times, but I've never actually gotten to tour it. But you can tour all the distilleries. I don't know if you knew that.
There is you actually get a passport, a little paper passport.
That's right.
And as you tour around, it's been stamped. I've been on the Bourbon Trail.
The Bourbon Trail.
Yep.
That's right. And they've taken a note from the Maker's Mark people, and they've melted wax over that. Well, thank you again. Gosh, Graham, above and beyond, sir.
Well, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We got one more here.
Graham must know. He must think we're real heavy drinkers.
This is a big one.
We are now. Okay. Oh my! Pardon that sound, everybody. Okay. So what we've got here now, this is out of my league. I can tell you that right now. Graham has. This is a huge bottle too.
Yeah.
Look at that. It looks like the label's burned. Mm-hmm. This is Fireball cinnamon whiskey. Have you ever had this before?
Never.
I have had cinnamon whiskey, and it's bad times. I mean, this stuff. If you come out of the cold or something, mm-hmm. you're in business.
You want to warm up.
But man,
with some
when
of
you're
that.
just like your average, if you're just like sitting here, it's like, hey, let's have some of this. You're in deep doo-doo.
Oh.
And if you look, the label's burned on the back because it's so hot. It's got that guy.
Pull that up for the
that
camera.
Demon.
There.
It's like
he's inside there.
He's like the brother of the dude that stole Princess Prin from the Ghouls and Ghosts game. It's kind of what it looks like. He's got the hair going. He's like the wild brother. Well, Graham, I don't know what to even say about that except for thank you very much. Graham is he's a man among men, and not just because he got his booze. We talked to Graham off air, and he's just a real nice guy.
He really is.
He's real at his family. Hi to everybody down there, and we do appreciate it an awful lot.
All right, so why don't you hand me those back, and we'll put them back in the box for right now.
This show's banned from being on YouTube. We've noticed that anytime booze is involved in one of our little things, we get in trouble with YouTube.
Yeah.
It's funny because we never drink it on the show.
Well, Well, except for episode 100.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I just watched the unreleased episode 100 the other night.
You don't want to watch that. That's no good.
It's funny. Now I want to say something to you here because I watched this. I remember after we filmed it, I was like, holy smokes. And I went back and watched it. It wasn't nearly as bad as I remembered. It wasn't even close. So I don't know what that means.
Well,
I mean, I thought it was like a ball. It's like, man, this is crazy time.
I personally have no memory of episode 100.
I bet you remember the post episode where you were you called me up. You're like, I want to die. It's like, yeah. So speaking of crazy mail, this is something that I actually ordered this, and there's a fellow on Facebook on the Amiga group, which I've spoken about these guys many times, and he sells calendars. All right. And last year I almost bought one, but didn't, and then I ran out of time. And he sells, I know he sells the Amiga calendars. He sells an arcade calendar, and I believe he may sell like a Spectrum calendar or something. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I picked this calendar up. I paid too much money. The problem with buying these calendars when you're over here is that the shipping is gets you. So I ended up paying like.
It's a lot of times it's more than the calendar itself.
It was like ended up being after everything was all said. That was like $28 American, which is a ludicrous amount of money for a calendar. And the shipping on it alone was almost £5. So I don't know what is £5. It's what, about $7-8 bucks. Yeah. So there you go. But anyway, I thought we'd have a look at this thing. I have not even looked at it yet. So we're gonna look at this calendar and see what we think. I will say the fella that prints these is a real nice guy. I've talked to him in chat a couple times. And he's a good guy. So hopefully. And everyone says good things about these, and I know he's sold a ton of them, so I thought we'd take a look. Now watch that not be what this is. This will be my centerfold calendar. Whoops. Sorry, everyone. If I can get it out of here. Ah, here we go. Now, right on the front there, it says Amiga Reloaded. It's got a picture of the disc. I'm holding this up. We'll flip through a few pages here and see what we think. It's a ring bound. What do they call that kind of binding?
Ring binding.
Okay, well there you go.
Spiral bound.
And then here's a little note from the guy. I want you to flip through that book while I read this note here. I'm hoping this fellow's name's in here because I can't remember off the top of my head. This guy's name is Martin Grundy. That's a great name.
It is.
Solomon Grundy's his brother. And
Born on a Monday.
He included a nice note in here about the calendar, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. So what's neat
look?
about this is that it sort of follows the same format as Kickstart, where it's the 2018 calendar, but every game in there is from 1988.
Kind of neat.
Yeah.
And one thing about these calendars is that even when the year runs out, I got this to put in the arcade because I'm trying to get more Amiga related stuff in there. Because really all we've got is our little Amigos poster that is in there, and these are nice. Boy, these look so good. So this is my quest to get more Amiga content. I've been looking for Amiga posters. We talked this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if we mentioned on the actual show, but it's tough to find posters and stuff that are just about the Amiga. Or I'd like to get either something just about the various computers, or like we have with the Atari we talked about, or something with a bunch of games on it that like a magazine would have put out. Here are the top 10 games for 92 or whatever. Blech. And so I'm not even sure that exists. So hey, there's a career opportunity for somebody to go. Now we have the Amigos calendar plug that Boat put together, and it's basically got our first 100 episodes.
It's not really a calendar.
I'm not a calendar, but a poster. Excuse me. And we need a calendar too.
Yeah,
but and it's pretty good. I've got one. I want to get the huge one. I've got the smaller one.
Right.
And that you got me, and it's pretty awesome. Of course, our little digitized faces are on there.
Yeah, so. I'll pop that up on the screen here so you can see. This is if you go over to tpublic.com/AmigaTees, you can see this is a very zoomed out picture, but it's got every single one of our first 100 episodes suitable for framing.
And again, if you're interested in, I'm told this guy that I would mention him. So if you haven't looked at the calendar, you think you might be interested in this. He's on the Amiga Facebook group, the big one. Just type in Amiga; it's the biggest one. And again, his name is Martin Grundy, and he's out of the UK, I believe. So a lot easier for a lot of the listeners to get something from him.
They might be able to just cycle over to his house and pick it up.
Yeah.